let's talk about some of the upsets this week.
Yeah.
How about that? Go ahead.
So I want to go into this Browns 49ers game. People are underestimating this Browns defense. Let me rip off some stats real quick. In 5 games, they've allowed 1,002 yards, 15.4 points per game. They've allowed 7 touchdowns all season. That is crazy.
7 touchdowns through 5 or 6
5 games. That's
5 games?
crazy.
That is pretty
Like
good.
they average the other team averages 200 yards of offense a game.
The big standout for me in this game is
that's crazy.
The big standout for me is how on earth did the Browns win this game without Deshaun Watson?
I don't know how they won. They started with PJ Walker, who looked incompetent on the Bears earlier this year.
Yeah,
and he just beat the 49ers.
Not so impressive preseason.
They also, Mr. Irrelevant Perfection, Brock Purdy, they made him look bad for the first time ever.
Mr. Purdy himself, the stud QB, the young gun.
What are you wearing?
These sunglasses I got at the football game the other day.
So please don't.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I threw them on for the golden boy, Brock Purdy. Because they got gold.
Keep trying.
They got gold lenses.
Anyways, they made Brock Purdy look bad for the first time since Iowa State. So, props to the Browns defense. They're balling.
And my big takeaway from that game? Well, not a takeaway, just one of my fun stats I saw.
What?
Myles Garrett had the highest pass rush win rate against Trent Williams in the past year or 2 or 3 years. I don't even know. Maybe even
I believe that. Dude, Myles Garrett is so good.
Time.
He's so good.
I mean,
there was a quote released after the game where Trent Williams was like, "Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, easy, no questions asked."
Yeah, the Browns, I don't know, they could be a contender, low key.
Yeah.
If there's any way that Stefanski can get Deshaun Watson back to his true form, his Texans form, this offense could be
Deshaun Watson was so
or not
good.
This offense, but this team could beat anyone. They already showed they could beat anyone. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think, at least. I couldn't believe that. I almost made a parlay, and then it was 12:59, and I decided not to place it. It was going to be Niners minus 9.5, McCaffrey over 73 rushing yards, and the 49ers to score 23 points.
So
if you fully faded that, you would have hit big.
All right, let me next time you make a parlay, please let us know.
Hey, I didn't place it. That's why it didn't.
I hope not. All right, what about this other game? The Jets beating the Eagles.
The Jets beating the Eagles. That
what
was
we think 20-14. Jalen Hurts looked shaky. Zach Wilson looked. He looked competent, which is an upgrade.
Yeah, that was a big.
What do we think?
To me. 2 weeks ago on this show, I said I picked that the Rams would be the team to finally beat the Eagles, and they could not get the job done. So the Jets defense hanging with them the whole time. I was really impressed personally. I mean, Eagles had 4 turnovers, 3 picks, and a fumble.
It was bad. I mean, the Jets defense is just balling.
Well,
they're deep, they're energized. Salah's going crazy on the sideline.
It seems to me like the turning point for this season, this young season, is when the reports came out that Salah was going to lose the locker room if he kept starting Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if not to.
Zach started playing well, and I guess the defense decided we want to play for him. We want to play for this guy, and the fact that Rodgers suddenly starts walking on the field, throwing around like he's fine, No,
literally. Dude, apparently he got some crazy surgery and he might be back before the
playoffs. He got a special kind where he can make a surgery. Cut the recovery time in half.
Yeah,
so all right, here's a question.
Yeah.
Let's say it's the start of the playoffs. Who are you taking to go farther, the Browns or the Jets?
What if neither team probably makes the playoffs?
Let's pretend here that both teams make it.
Who are they playing?
Well, also, who has a better chance to make the playoffs?
Right now?
Yeah, right now. Since you seem to think they aren't both going to make it.
I'm going to go with the Jets. I think the Jets because the Jets have already gone through the gauntlet, the hardest part of their schedule, and they're 3-3. So I think they're going to win more games. I think they're going to finish like 9-8, 10-7. I think that's the. I don't think the Browns win 9 games. I just don't. I mean, no, but the Browns' defense is so good, but they also have their division's so good.
And they already lost to Pittsburgh, so it's not like they
did lose to Pittsburgh with the Browns.
They lost on Monday Night Football.
I don't even remember that. What was the score? Like 3-0?
26-22.
Really? They lost. They have 26 points.
No, the Steelers D got a pick 6 and maybe like a turnover at the 10-yard line or something like that.
Yeah, Matt Canada smiled. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So you have the Jets making the playoffs over the Browns.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Over the Jets?
I think the Browns. I trust Deshaun Watson. Okay. In a football field, solely football field sense, I trust Deshaun Watson more than Zach Wilson.
Oh, wow.
Thanks Any other life activity? Well, I had to clarify so I don't get canceled or anything.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to disagree. You said, wait. You changed
I said the
your
Browns.
answer.
I think the Browns. I got to get water.
You think the Browns? Okay, see,
Yeah.
I'm going to change my answer and go with the Jets. Or not change my answer. I'm going to still go with the Jets. And the reason for that is simply because they've got more weapons. Breece Hall is starting to break out. Where did you go?
Sorry, it was like buried in my bag. I got it.
Oh, Buddy needed the water break. Okay. I'm going to go with the Jets because Breece Hall is Breece Hall. And Garrett Wilson is Garrett Wilson. And Jermaine Johnson,
and
Quentin
Zach
Williams,
Wilson is Zach Wilson.
And you know what? No, I don't think you can say that right now. I think he's playing. If Zach Wilson plays not to lose, which is going to work against some teams, but not against most. If Zach Wilson plays Jimmy G football for the next 10 weeks of the season, the Jets will make the playoffs.
Maybe, but he's not playing Jimmy G football. He's playing like downgraded Jimmy G football.
The last 2 games he has. The last 2 games
he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
Did he against Kansas City? Or
yeah,
no, they played Kansas. Then they played the Broncos, and he played winnable enough to win football.
Okay, the Broncos are terrible. Let's not judge.
I know, but I'm still saying I think that
I'm just saying. I think the Jets barely beat the Eagles with 4 turnovers, injuries, and Jalen Hurts' worst game in probably 2 years.
Well, why did he have his worst game? Because their defense dominated and they game planned.
Is good,
and they were
at the same time. It like 2 of those picks were tip balls.
Also, okay, yeah, they've got guys getting their hands up on the ball.
But that happens to every team. I'm just saying,
it was not like it was on a drop that bounced up in the air. It's not like remember that West
I'm just
Virginia
saying, if that game happens 10 more times, the Eagles win it 8 out of 10 times.
But they lost. There's no what ifs. There's no what ifs in the NFL. You win or you lose.
I just think the Browns are going to win. I think the Browns win more games. I
also trust Robert Saleh to keep their defense going like this more than Kevin Stefanski.
But do you trust Zach Wilson?
Like and
are you sure you trust Zach Wilson?
What?
Do you trust Zach Wilson, though? That's the question. Both defenses are great. But I trust the Browns offense a lot more than I trust the Jets.
I think there's a shot.
Thanks for watching Neutral Zone Reaction with Brady Hannon and Jules Bergman. Make sure to catch our other videos and live streams on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and Audible.
We hope you enjoyed and can't wait to talk football with you next time.